So what is good, y'all? It is Anime K here, and we are back with another video. Now, I've made a video I have made this video in the past called The Arc That Made Me Fall in Love with Sasuke, but I feel like when I was a bit lazy with that video and I didn't fully go over the arc as much as I could have, so I decided right now, because that video was like maybe almost a year ago, or like it was a long time ago, right? But I've decided today that I'm gonna redo the video, redo it in a better way, because I've had time to really think about this arc a lot as well. So I just want to redo the video and give a better opinion on it, because there's a lot about this arc that I missed out, because there's a lot of things that makes this arc great. And also, it's one of the main reasons why I say Naruto shouldn't have ended after the pain arc, because if Naruto would have ended at the pain arc and we would have missed out on the 5 Kage Summit arc, then I think it would have been a big miss, because the 5 Kage Summit arc, for me personally, is not just one of the best arcs out of Naruto Shippuden, but also it's one of the best arcs just in Naruto in general, including OG Naruto. But first off, we're going to get into what it meant for Naruto and Sasuke. Now, in this arc, for me, both Naruto and Sasuke both grew immensely, right? And for Sasuke, right, he grew because we know he found out the truth about Itachi, and everything he thought about the world, about what happened, was just all changed. Because at the start with Sasuke, right, everything was black and white with Sasuke. It was Itachi killed my family, I want revenge on Itachi. That's all he cared about. But after Itachi died, it forced him to think of the world in a different way and think about the different possibilities that's wrong with the world. Not just that Itachi killed his family, but also what's wrong with the Leaf Village. And also it made him look at the ninja system in general, so it made him have a broader look on the world. And with Naruto, what changed with Naruto is, up until that point, he thought he understood Sasuke, but when Naruto found out about Itachi and then Obito explained to him what was going on with Sasuke, I feel like he started to understand Sasuke a bit more, because up until that point, he thought he understood Sasuke, he thought he knew about Sasuke, but up until Jiraiya died, he'd never known what it's like to have a family member, then lose that family member. I feel like Obito, right, changed both Naruto and Sasuke during this arc. But we're gonna get straight into the 5 Kage Summit arc. So the first fight we had in this arc was Sasuke versus the Raikage. Now, I don't know if you guys will agree with me or won't agree with me, but personally for me, I think Sasuke, if the fight would have continued, he could have potentially killed the Raikage, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of times where the Raikage was speed blitzing Sasuke, but all that was happening before Sasuke pulled out his Susanoo. But once Sasuke pulled out his Susanoo, you could see the Raikage was having a hard time piercing Sasuke's Susanoo. So for me personally, if this fight would have continued, I think Sasuke does take this. And if it wasn't for Gaara coming in and saving the Raikage, he was going to do a whole leg drop on Sasuke's Susanoo with Amaterasu on top of it, which Sasuke could control. Sasuke could control the flames and bend them in whatever kind of position or whatever form he wanted them to be, and he was going to do a leg drop. So with the Raikage, I think he won. He was too impatient, and for me personally, Sasuke, he's a strategist. If you're fighting Sasuke and you're letting your emotions get the best of you, you're going to lose, and that's what was going to happen to the Raikage. So that first fight, I loved that, watching my boy Sasuke kick ass and watching him take down the Raikage. And maybe the Raikage, at that moment, I was thinking maybe you should have listened to Naruto when he begged you not to fight Sasuke, because maybe it was for your own case. But moving on, we've got when he goes to fight Mei and Inoki and basically the rest of the people in that room. Now, why I'm gonna kind of skip over this a bit is because it's kind of quick, not really a lot happens. We know the only reason why Mei was able to have so much effect on Sasuke was because, well, he was in a lot of pain, right? Because he'd been expending his MS abilities so much and he'd only really just got them abilities. And then obviously, you know, Inoki tries to put Sasuke into the particle style jutsu. Obito saves Sasuke, declares the 4th Great Ninja War. I still think Sasuke would have been able to clear house on most of those Kages if he'd had more of his chakra, or if he had the EMS, but we're not going to get into that. So now let's move on to one of the most important fights, not only in Shippuden but in the series. It is Sasuke against Danzo. Now, why I love this fight is for a lot of reasons. the first one, right? Because it is a full circle moment from OG Naruto where Sasuke wants to kill a certain someone, wants to kill Itachi, then to the end of the Itachi versus Sasuke fight, finding out what happened with Itachi and who put him up to it. And not only is this fight amazing and also special for Sasuke, it's also Danzo's karma moment. And I think, look, if you hated Sasuke or if you didn't like Sasuke, right, I think everyone in the Naruto fandom loved Sasuke in this very moment when he killed Danzo, because Danzo, for a lot of the series, right, and even before the series even begun, when they show flashbacks, Danzo was getting away with a lot of sneaky shit. He was getting away with a lot of sneaky stuff. One, just to name a few, Nagato and the Hidden Rain and the Akatsuki, right? Danzo is responsible for all of that. Even though Danzo was actively trying to stop the Akatsuki, he was one of the main reasons for the Akatsuki happening. He started the paranoia in Hanzo the Salamander's head and then basically manipulated him into basically getting rid of the Akatsuki because he thought the Akatsuki was going to become a threat. And ironically, they did become a threat, but it was because of him, and they became a threat in the wrong way. And if you didn't mess with the Akatsuki, they probably would have been the good guys and maybe even helped Konoha out, but because you wanted to get involved in everything and because Danzo wants to control everything, he messed that up. Another case, Naruto, he leaked to everyone in the Leaf Village that Naruto was a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, so everyone could rally against one to hate. What sane person in their mind, right? And I know a lot of them, they can't really be sane anyway because they're ninjas and they've seen so many people die, but why in your head would you think that'd be a good idea? Why would you think people hating one thing would cure the problems in the Leaf Village? What you really should be thinking about is how can we get this hate out of everyone? Festering hate and making them aim at one singular point is not really going to work. Like, now, don't get me wrong, right? You may talk about like, look, the self-improvement and hate can fuel you to be stronger. Now, look, that may be true in cases, right? But it's not hate, it's determination, it's wanting to be better. So Danzo should have helped these guys be better. But what did he do? He made them all hate a 5-6-year-old kid. And the people in the village as well, they're just as disgusting for doing that, for hating a kid. But we're going a bit off topic. But my main point here was that Danzo was finally getting the karma he deserved and Sasuke was delivering that. So like I said before, I think in that moment, everyone was rallying behind Sasuke to win that fight. Now, they didn't like how he did win it. I know a lot of people didn't like how he did win it, but I know everyone was at least happy with the outcome, was that Danzo died and Sasuke finally got revenge for his clan. Because not only was Danzo responsible for the Uchiha clan dying, he was kind of responsible for the coup. He wasn't completely responsible, but he was the one that pushed the Uchihas over the edge to even start the coup in the first place. And he did all that just because he wanted the Uchiha's eyes. Even though they were valued members of Konoha, he did that because he wanted the Uchiha's eyes. So for me personally, that's another reason why not only do I love this arc, but this fight, because not only was it Sasuke getting revenge for the Uchihas, getting revenge for Itachi, it was also Danzo getting his karma and finally getting what was deserved of him for how many lives he'd messed up, how many people he had screwed over just to get what he wanted. Even his best friend Hiruzen, he tried killing or tried plotting against throughout the whole show. So he was just a jealous man who was jealous of Hiruzen and jealous of other people because Danzo could never live up to his full potential. Now, we have Sasuke versus Kakashi. Now, why do I like this fight? It's because it really showed how dark and how evil Sasuke had gotten, because up until this point, look, he tried to kill Team 7 at the start of Shippuden, and that was kind of a lot of people have talked about this, but I agree that was a bit of an error by Kishimoto by having him do that, because at the start of Shippuden, the only person he wanted to kill was Itachi, and he said he never wanted to kill any of his friends at the end of OG Naruto, but then tried to kill his friend. So that was kind of a writing error by Kishimoto. But here, this was real. This was like Sasuke saying, look, I don't care if you're standing in my way of my goal, whether you're my old friends, whether you're from the Leaf Village or anywhere, you've got to go, you've got to disappear. And Sasuke, just on a simple level, what I love about this fight is the fact that almost a blind Sasuke, right, who had just been in not only a grueling fight against Danzo, but had just gone up against all the Kage, right, that Sasuke went up against Kakashi. Kakashi, who was fresh, not fouling anyone, right, was going up against that Kakashi and was throwing hands with him. Now, granted, you could say Kakashi was holding back because, you know, Kakashi still cared about Sasuke. I understand that, I get that, but still, I think it was still impressive the fact that Sasuke was still going hand to hand, going up against Kakashi. Now, what did I mean by my earlier point that Sasuke was getting more darker and getting more evil throughout this fight? It's because it's something that Karen says, and she says it a couple of times actually, and she says that Sasuke's chakra is getting more darker. And look, it was getting more darker, because not only could you see he didn't really care if his teammates lived or died, he just cared about his goals. Also, when Kakashi shows up, he tries to fight him. When Sakura shows up and with her stupid plan, which I've already talked about before, right, he nearly kills her. And if it wasn't for Naruto showing up and saving Sakura, Sakura would have died. And I'm sure Sasuke, if he had enough power in him, would have tried to kill Naruto, but I'm sure even he knew that was not smart at all to try to kill Naruto in the state he was in. But the main point is, you could see that Sasuke was getting more and more darker and was getting more and more cynical and was willing to kill anyone and anybody to achieve his goals. And then this arc ends with Naruto saying, look, it's either both of us are gonna die or we're both gonna live, but I'm not gonna let you go on this dark path, Sasuke, and I'm not gonna let you destroy the Leaf Village. And that's where this arc ends. Now look, going over everything I've just mentioned, what made this arc good, it was what happened prior. So it was Jiraiya dying and Naruto understanding Sasuke's feelings. It was what happened prior with Sasuke, with Itachi dying and him finding out the truth about Itachi. And it was the growth of both Naruto and especially Sasuke during this arc. And this is the arc that made me fall in love with Sasuke, because we got to see Sasuke actually thinking outside the box now, thinking about the bigger picture, not just what happened to his clan, but how he can change the whole ninja system, and in his own way was trying to do that. That's more than what I can say for most of the characters in the series, i.e. Naruto, Kakashi, basically everyone in the Leaf Village. The only problem with the Uchihas is they just had extreme ways of changing the world. You know, Madara, Obito wanted to put the whole world in Genjutsu, you know, Itachi, well, Lord knows what he would have done, and Sasuke was willing to kill all the Kage and create a new world for himself. So look, the Uchihas, they're just extreme. But look, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Tell me if you did watch my last video on this, tell me if this is a little bit better, because I think I've gone into what made this arc so great, and it was so much stuff. Also, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And if you have any more ideas for these type of videos where I could talk about a specific arc, you know, let me know in the comments. And this has been Anime K, and peace.